My friend called me broke, so I paid his rent without telling him. So this happened about a year ago. I have this friend. Let's call him Jake. Jake is the type of guy who always needs to be the loudest in the room. If you buy a new phone, his is limited edition. If you go on vacation, he went somewhere more exclusive. You get the idea. Now I work in tech. I don't really talk about money. I dress simple. I drive a 2017 Honda. I don't flex. Jake, on the other hand, leases a BMW he definitely cannot afford. One night we're out with some mutual friends. The topic of rent comes up. Jake starts complaining about how expensive his apartment is. Then he looks at me and goes, "Bro, you wouldn't understand. You're probably still splitting bills like a college student." Everyone laughs. I smile. Because what Jake doesn't know is I actually own the condo he lives in. Yeah, I never told him. See, about 2 years earlier, I bought a small investment property through an LLC. It was low key. I don't use my real name on the paperwork. Standard stuff. Jake moved into that building 6 months ago. He bragged about it nonstop. Luxury high rise, premium view, networking opportunities. He had no idea who owned the unit. Fast forward to that dinner. After he calls me broke, he keeps going. Some people just don't have ambition, you know? That one hit. Not because it hurt, but because it was funny. I decided right there I was going to teach him something. Not by embarrassing him, not by exposing him, but quietly. The next morning, I called my property manager. I told her to waive Jake's next month's rent, anonymous. Tell him it was a loyalty appreciation credit. No explanation, just a free month. A week later, Jake calls me freaking out. "Bro, you won't believe this. My landlord randomly waived my rent. I think they know I'm a high value tenant." I almost lost it. He starts saying stuff like, "See, when you live right, good things happen." I just said, "That's awesome, man. Happy for you." But here's the part that changed everything. A month later, he asked me if I know any side hustles. Says money's tight. BMW payments are temporary stress. I told him I could help him budget if he wanted. He laughs. Says, "Nah, I'm good. I'm built different." 2 months later, he's late on rent. My property manager calls me asking how to proceed. That's when I had a choice. Expose him or protect him. I paid his late fee. Again, anonymously. That night, he texted the group chat. "Real ones get blessed. I swear the universe favors me." That was the moment I realized something. Jake didn't need humiliation. He needed humility. So at our next dinner, when he made another joke about me being low income energy, I finally said something. Calmly, I said, "Jake, you should really build savings. You never know when your landlord stops being generous." He froze, just for a second. I don't know what clicked, but he's been quieter ever since. He started asking me real questions about investing, stopped leasing flashy cars, even thanked me recently for being patient with him. He still doesn't know I paid his rent, and I don't think I'll ever tell him. Because sometimes the strongest flex isn't proving you're richer, it's proving you don't need to.